Worker hears a cry for help and makes a superheroic rescue. What started as a typical workday for Mr. Shamagun Nathan turned frantic in the blink of an eye. A toddler escaped from the inside of her home and was dangling off of a balcony, screaming for help. Shamagun had one thing in mind: get to the toddler before anything bad happened. Even though the work Shamagun Nathan did was tedious, he was happy to have a job. He was from Chennai, India, but his construction job sent him to surrounding countries that needed help. That's how he ended up in Singapore. Singapore had a lot of roads that needed fixing, which put him and his coworker P. Muthukumar in the hot sun, doing back-breaking work. The day was unfolding like any other until Shamagun realized someone nearby the site needed desperate help. Cries were coming from a housing board block on Jurong East Street, a large complex not far from where Shamagun and his crew were laying tar. The construction worker sprinted towards the commotion, and then his jaw dropped. His heart jumped to his throat as he stared at a toddler dangling off a 2-story balcony by her head. She somehow managed to wedge her head in between the railing, and she was minutes away from falling. The girl was only 3 years old, as everyone later learned. No one had any clue as to how she found herself in such a dangerous predicament, but Shamagun wasted no time and sprang into action. He kicked off his shoes, quickly examined a feasible route up to the balcony, and began to climb towards the child. Her screams were getting louder as she started slipping through the railing. Miraculously, Shamagun's adrenaline pushed him into overdrive, and he managed to get the girl before she fell to her death. While he held her, another worker climbed up to assist him. P. Muthukumar quickly scaled the building minutes after Shamagun and joined him, climbing over the railing so Shamagun could push the toddler back onto the balcony to safety. Then the girl's mother arrived home. When Noreen Saneri realized what happened, she was terrified to the point of sickness. She explained to the construction workers and eventually the fire department she left the young girl home alone to bring another child to school. According to the mother, the little girl was asleep when she left, and it was just a quick trip to school and back. Even if she did wake up, she had her iPad to play with. However, the girl woke up, grabbed her iPad and ventured into the kitchen, where she opened up a door leading out to the balcony. She apparently dropped the iPad and leaned through the railing to grab it. It was very unlike the toddler to wander outside. Noreen was always very strict about staying inside when she wasn't supervised, but it's in a child's nature to let curiosity take hold. A video of the incident captured by a witness immediately went viral, and although Shamagun and his coworker were praised, the exact opposite happened to the girl's parents. People were quick to point out their irresponsibility. In an emotional interview given by Noreen, she recognized the harsh comments people left on the video, but she tried to explain no one knew the whole situation. Shamagun weighed in. Naturally, Shamagun was thrilled everything turned out okay. He said, "If I were there a little later, there was a chance of the baby slipping." His rescue partner also had plenty to say about the successful operation. "The baby stopped crying and looked happy as we were pulling. When she stopped crying, we were so happy. I believe in paying it forward," Muthukumar said. Both men were even honored after the dust finally settled. Not only were they immediately inducted into the Vigilante Hall of Fame, but the Singapore Civil Defense Force also presented them both with Public Spiritedness Awards for their bravery and willingness to risk their lives for someone in need. As you can imagine, the toddler's parents learned some hard lessons that day. First, they'll never leave her home alone again, and even if they are home, that kitchen door leading out to the balcony will stay closed. Shamagun and Muthukumar were incredibly humble about the whole experience. They were simply doing what was necessary in the moment. Ordinary heroes have made life-saving decisions across the world.